short, kind of like Tesla right now. Hasn't been doing a whole hell of a lot. This isn't a golf commercial. We're talking about a preview of Q2 Tesla earnings. In case you've been living in a barn, on Monday after the bell, Tesla reported its Q2 earnings. The street's expecting somewhere between a consensus around 95 cents a share, and we think Tesla's going to come out with a beat around $1.10 a share. I was hoping that Tesla's going to run up hard this week, maybe above 700 going into the Q2 call, so I can actually make a trade. Typically, there's a sell-off after the earnings call. I'm not doing that on Monday. I know a lot of us, including myself, sometimes do like instant gratification. But we got 2 more gigafactories coming online in about 6 months or less. I know it's Elon time. I'm frustrated. You're frustrated. But all good things actually do sometimes happen in time. Producing 900,000 vehicles in 2021 is quite the feat, especially with the chip shortages going on and all the FUD, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt that we've heard about Tesla. I think it's going to be a strong second half this year. I think Q3 and Q4 are going to make up a lot for this consolidation period that we've had over the last 3.5 months. So I'm long. But you're like, Kevin, you can be long. You're right. I'm very blessed. Tesla already made me $1 million, and I'm playing with their money. But I'm in it for the long game, not just the short game I'm making miserable slices on today. It's patience. Investing takes time. And I believe Tesla will produce 2 million vehicles in 2022. We could, I just did that video. Hopefully you watched it with the Tesla Cybertruck versus the Ford F-150 Lightning. And after I got done rewatching it, I'm sorry I put it, for some reason I had it in, didn't have it in HD on the first upload, so I had to re-upload it so it wouldn't be blurry. But after rewatching the video, I realized how positive I was on that F-150 Lightning for the everyday layman, and that's what the average person is out there. So I have no doubt that the F-150 will continue to be a bestseller. That's not taking anything away from the, depending on who you believe or what you listen to, between the 600,000 reservations on the Cybertruck all the way up to possibly 1.2 million reservations on the Cybertruck. Where there's some people that will leave the Cybertruck reservation and get the F-150 Lightning? Yes. Will there be a few folks that leave the F-150 Lightning and come over to the Cybertruck? Yes. It comes down to personal preference, right? Some people can't stand the look of the Cybertruck. I heard Jim Cramer today call it the Pontiac Aztek. I hate the Aztek. I don't think the Cybertruck looks anything like the Aztek. For me, the Cybertruck positives are, I love the interior of the Cybertruck. I like driving something that doesn't look like every other truck out there on the road. I like the fact that it will go probably, we'll take the average 550 miles for range on that tri-motor, guessing 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. I think I will giggle my ass off pushing up to a Porsche 911 Carrera Turbo and blowing off the line with my Cybertruck. That just sounds like fun. Is it practical? Is it a truck that I want to load rocks in the back of? No. That's why I have a 2012 Toyota Tacoma that's paid off sitting in my driveway. That's my layperson's truck. That's my work truck. That's not what my Cybertruck's for. And contrary to my wife's belief, no, she does not get to drive the Cybertruck. I'm excited about the yoke. I know there's been a lot of controversy about the yoke and the Plaid Model S. Some people either like it or they hate it. I always hated the round steering wheel blocking when you're trying to look at the speedometer when it was there. Probably not much of an issue, definitely not in the Model 3 because there is no speedometer in front of you, but there is on the Plaid Model S and the X refresh. So it makes sense to have a yoke there so you're not blocking your vision of the display that you're trying to get information off of to make good decisions, as well to see if you're in full self-driving or not. Goldman's came out today and said that opening up the supercharger network that Elon's doing now to all the OEMs could be somewhere about $25 billion a year business. And I believe that too. I think that's probably on the short end once it gets all opened up. Elon Musk did not become the smartest man or the richest man in the world. I know it's debated whether Jeff Bezos is one day or whoever Gates is one day, but let's not argue that. So Elon didn't become the richest guy in the world by being stupid. Does he need the money? No. Does he need the money tomorrow? No. He can go to the bank and get any loan that he wants for any amount between all of his companies. So patience is a virtue. So I'm not busting on the traders. If you want to try a trade, I just think it's a very dangerous time for trading right now. I think that Tesla's been consolidating for long enough. All it's going to take is some good news for it to go back and bust over 700. And I don't want to be left behind. I tried that game before and I lost about $200,000. Remember when Tesla entered the S&P and ran all the way up to 900 bucks? I sold it like something stupid like 630 or something like that. And then I bought back in close to 825. So I lost almost $200 a share on my stupidity. And that was being greedy. And we talked about that in a video. I think I have a link to it here. But no, there's good things coming for Tesla. The Q2 earnings is what it is. I don't care if Tesla sells off. That's just more of a buying opportunity. You have to have something to believe in. Shout out to my brother BJ. Believes in Tesla. And you know, a downgrade to my buddy Dougie, who wants the instant gratification, who doesn't believe necessarily in Tesla, but he hasn't done his homework. You need to make up your own choice, what's right for you in your position. This isn't financial advice, obviously. I don't need to put a disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a retired public servant, which is great. If you haven't heard the news, I retired from my public servant job, officially on paper at least, this last Sunday. And I would not have been able to do that if it was not for making $1 million in Tesla in 2020 during COVID. So not being greedy. If I didn't think there was a future in Tesla, I would cash out, but take my $1 million and run. I'm playing with Tesla's money. Tesla's going to buy me a Cybertruck. I am loyal. Once you drive one, if you haven't driven a Tesla yet, damn it, go to your local mall or get on the Google machine. Type here, I'll show you right here. I'll split screen, okay? We're gonna get on the Google machine, type in test drive Tesla, schedule a Tesla. There you go. It's that easy. You show up. You don't need a mask. They give you the little card key. They unlock it. If you watch the video, you know how to drive one. If not, they'll teach you and go through it. It costs you absolutely $0. Once you drive one, I guarantee you your next vehicle is going to be a Tesla. Also, don't forget, around the corner, this is the other dangerous part for being a trader. Any day, Congress could come out and say, hey, we have passed that $3.5 million infrastructure bill, the one they're talking about, the EV tax credit. Now it's all the way from $7,500 all the way up to $12,500 if you're part of a labor union. We talked about that a little bit yesterday. That's going to move all the EV stocks as well. NIO, XPeng. Well, actually, it won't move those because it's American tax credit. But I would not be surprised to see all the EV sector move higher on that. If you're in the market to buy a new vehicle and you're not considering an electric vehicle, I think you're selling yourself short. Patience. There's going to be some great deals coming out there. And by all means, don't just go test drive a Tesla. Feel free to go test drive a Tesla Model Y, and then go to your local Ford dealership and test drive a Ford Mach-E. I want to hear your honest opinion, your feedback, which one you think's better. I have not driven a Ford Mach-E yet. I probably should go do that. Okay, wrapping up thoughts for Q2. One, it doesn't matter because it's only Q2. Tesla's going to make it up in Q3, Q4. I do make price predictions on Tesla Clash. My price prediction for Tesla, Christmas of this year, $975 a share. That'd be a nice little Christmas present. The reason I say that, for one, is the analysts are going to catch up. Last year, when I made my $1 million off of Tesla, the P/E ratio, that's the price per earnings ratio, the multiple of that was over 1,000 for Tesla at that time. Super, super high. Sky, higher than any company we've seen in a long, long time, maybe ever. Right now, that P/E ratio is all the way down to 400 for Tesla and continuing to fall. One, because of the compensation for CEO Elon Musk was mostly paid out in Q1 of this year and Q4 of last year. So we're having less of an overhead that we have to pay. Plus, we're seeing higher profits. So as the overhead goes lower, compensation goes lower, profits go up, the earnings per share goes skyward. And we're going to produce twice as many vehicles next year than this year, which also increases what? Earnings. The margin right now, we're expecting the gross margin to be somewhere about 23 or 24% coming up in this quarter, and they've been steadily increasing. So all positive indicators for Tesla that's still going to ascend. Like I said, we've been in a consolidation period for about the last 3.5 months. Very normal process to go through consolidation period. Remember, the longer the consolidation period, the greater the breakout. We saw this happen in 2019 with Tesla before the big breakout. So hang in there. We're in this together. Tesla's a fantastic company. It has a long way to go. And we haven't even talked about the energy and the full self-driving and revenue and future of maybe VTOLs with Tesla Aviation and all those kinds of things. This is just based on cars. There's such a slim margin right now when you talk about energy and solar panels and Tesla semis. That's not the main income generator right now for Tesla. It's selling cars. The Model Y will be the best-selling EV on planet Earth. I'm Kevin. You've been watching Tesla Clash. And please subscribe if you haven't already and sign up for notifications. Thanks.